Have you ever thought you found true love, only to discover they're playing you behind your back? I spent 4 years loving a woman who called me her forever. I dropped 15 grand on a ring. Booked the velvet room for our big engagement reveal. But just days before the party, an anonymous message exposed everything. My fiancée, Jessica Hayes, wasn't just grabbing drinks. She was wrapped around her ex, the guy she called her mistake. And me? I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I plotted. This isn't just a story about betrayal. It's about reclaiming your worth. One brutal truth at a time. Buckle up, because when I said the wedding was off, I meant her whole influencer fantasy was going down with it. I'm Ethan Carter, 34, a tech guy in Seattle, thinking I was about to marry the perfect influencer wife. But days before the engagement party, a message on X blew everything up. What did Jessica, my fiancée, do with that jacked up PT at Velvet Room? And what did I do to hit back? Buckle up, this drama's gonna blow your mind. I'm Ethan Carter, 34, a tech bro in Seattle with a slick apartment, a solid career, and a fiancée everyone envied. Jessica Hayes, a beauty influencer with 50K Instagram followers, had a smile brighter than LED lights and a knack for charming my mom. I dropped 15 grand on an engagement ring, planned a lavish party at Velvet Room, the city's swankiest bar. Thought my life was a sweet rom-com? Nah, it was a straight-up soap opera. Days before the party, I'm scrolling X when an anonymous message hits like a slap. No name, no pic, just a few lines. Asked Jessica what she was up to with Chad the Chad Thompson at Velvet Room last Friday. Wasn't just drinks, bro. Attached is a blurry TikTok video, but clear enough to see Jessica giggling, hand on Chad's chest, that ripped gym PT she called her youthful mistake. She's got her arm around his shoulder, eyes sparkling like she'd just found true love. My heart's pounding, but I'm not crying or smashing stuff. My head's cold as ice. Jessica thinks she can kiss me and waltz to the altar like nothing happened? Hell no, she's wrong. I'm not begging. I'm not yelling. But going big? I know how. I text Miles, my IT buddy who could hack the world, needs security footage. ASAP. What did Jessica do with Chad at Velvet Room? And what'll I do when I know the truth? Trust me, this drama's just kicking off, and I'm not the guy who lets anyone toy with my heart. Before diving into the story, comment where you're watching from and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the latest stories. I thought I'd hit the love jackpot. 4 years with Jessica Hayes, I built my world around her. Me, Ethan Carter, a 34-year-old tech guy in Seattle, with an ocean view apartment, steady job, and a fiancée everyone dreamed of. Jessica, with her golden hair and charm, was the type who made you want to be a better version of yourself. She made makeup videos on Instagram, cashing in on lipstick ads, with 50K followers obsessed with her every blink. When I proposed, she squealed, hugged me, and posted a story with #ForeverCarter. I thought I'd won big. We met at a coffee shop near Amazon Sphere when she dropped her phone and I picked it up. She smiled, bought me a latte, and from there, I was swept into Hurricane Jessica. Dates at Pike Place, sunset walks at Alki Beach, her laughing loud at my lame code bug stories. My mom, after meeting Jessica, called me, "Ethan, marry her, or I'll do it for you." I laughed, feeling like the luckiest guy. The engagement ring was Jessica's idea. She wanted a unique design, so I shelled out 15 grand for a white gold ring with a sapphire, the kind she said would pop on camera. The engagement party was booked at Velvet Room, where influencers flaunt martinis. The wedding was set for 6 months later at a vineyard near Woodinville, romantic as a Hollywood flick. I made guest lists, booked caterers, even picked flowers in her favorite color. Everything was perfect, right? Wrong. Looking back, I see the cracks. Jessica was obsessed with her image. Every dinner, she'd snap food pics first, editing for hours. Once I teased, "Do you love me or Instagram more?" She winked, "You're my favorite filter." Cute then, dumb now. Then there was Chad Thompson, her accept from the gym. She'd mention him, like, Chad was just a stupid phase, but I caught her eyeing his stories, muscles, fancy cars, smug grin. I told myself it was normal curiosity. Yeah, I was that dumb. I was blind, thinking Jessica was everything. I didn't see her turn me into a prop for her Instagram feed. The engagement party was nearing, and I was still dreaming of forever. Until that X message. It was like a bullet, blasting through the perfect picture I'd painted. And I was about to learn Jessica wasn't just a photo-loving girl. She was a master actress, and I was her only audience. That anonymous X message kept me up all night. The blurry TikTok video played on repeat in my head, Jessica, grinning like a kid, hand on Chad Thompson's chest, the jacked PT she swore she'd forgotten. They left Velvet Room, cozy as if I were a side character in their movie. I wanted to scream, break something, but I held back. If Jessica thought she could fool me, she was dead wrong. I needed facts, not feelings. I texted Miles, my college buddy, an IT genius who could dig up dirt anywhere. Miles, I need Velvet Room security footage from last Friday night. Can you do it? He replied instantly, give me a few hours. While waiting, I dissected every second of that TikTok. Jessica wasn't just catching up. She leaned into Chad, eyes twinkling like she was in a love bubble. I felt like someone was choking me, but I didn't let emotions win. Miles sent the camera stills by afternoon. They were grainy but gut-punching. Jessica stood close to Chad, stroking his shoulder. Another showed them leaving the bar, his arm around her waist, her smiling like tomorrow didn't exist. This wasn't a random meetup. It was a planned betrayal. I saved the images, took a deep breath, and geared up to confront her. That night, Jessica came home, all carefree, rambling about her girls' night. She kissed me, her perfume almost making me forget my rage. But I'm not the guy who gets played. Next morning, I called her to the living room. Jessica, you and Chad Thompson tight? She blinked, gave a shaky laugh. Chad? Just an old friend. Why ask? I kept my voice steady. So what were you doing with him at Velvet Room last Friday? Her face went pale, but she recovered fast. What? Just grabbing drinks with a friend. You jealous? I pulled out my phone, slid the camera stills over. Drinks like this? Jessica stared at the screen, eyes wide, then went off. Ethan, you're spying on me? That's sick. I smirked. Sick as you banging him, then coming home to fake love me. She yelled, you're blowing this out of proportion. It was just a drink, big deal. But her eyes couldn't lie. They were the eyes of someone caught red-handed. I knew I had to act. This wasn't just a broken heart. It was about taking back what was mine. After laying it all out with Jessica, I didn't give her a chance to squirm. I sat on the couch, locked eyes with her, voice sharp as steel. Weddings off. Engagement parties off. We're done. Jessica stared like I'd just renounced citizenship. Ethan, you serious? Over one friend hangout, you're torching everything? I shook my head, scoffing. Friend? You slept with Chad right before we went public with our engagement. Don't call that a hangout. She switched to victim mode, eyes teary. I messed up, Ethan. 4 years together, and you ditch me over one mistake. I almost laughed at her Oscar-worthy act. Mistake. You chose Chad, chose to lie. That's not a slip, it's a strategy. I stood, pointed to the door. You've got 2 weeks to move out. This place is in my name. She screamed, you can't kick me out. My parents booked flights, my dress is done. I shrugged, cancel the flights. Sell the dress. Ask Chad if he'll chip in. She stormed to the bedroom, slammed the door, sobbing loud enough for the neighbors. I heard her call her mom, whining that I ruined her life. I didn't care. I started calling vendors, photographer, caterer, venue. Sorry, parties canceled. Most were cool, some refunded a bit. Jessica texted nonstop, begging, then cursing, you'll regret this, Ethan. It was a tiny slip. Tiny slip? I forwarded the camera stills to a few mutual friends with a note, here's Jessica's tiny slip. No explanation needed. The truth did the heavy lifting. That night, she came out, eyes puffy, trying the sad act. Ethan, let's talk. I know I screwed up, but we can fix this. I cut her off. Fix? Fix your Instagram feed. You're out of chances with me. She threw a pillow at me, yelling, you're a jerk. I picked it up, set it down, said, and you're the one who buried yourself. She ran back to her room, crying. I knew the drama wasn't over, but I was ready. Jessica wanted to play? I'd go all in. The next morning, my phone blew up. Jessica had kicked her poor me act into high gear. She texted, flipping between please, Ethan, please forgive me, and threats, you'll pay for humiliating me. I ignored her, busy cleaning up her mess. Then her posse rolled in. Her mom, Linda Hayes, called at 7 a.m., voice like a soap opera script, Ethan, how could you hurt her like this? It was just a moment of weakness, can't you let it go? I replied, calm, weakness? She slept with Chad Thompson. You call that weakness? Linda's tone turned sharp, you're destroying our family. Jessica's a gem, you don't deserve her. I laughed, a gem who cheats? Linda, you might want to redefine gem. She hung up, muttering about useless men. An hour later, her dad, Greg, called, sounding like a CEO. Who do you think you are, canceling the wedding? Jessica was just having fun, I snapped back. Fun? You call cheating fun? Teach your daughter some respect, Greg. He called me a punk and hung up. Jessica upped the ante on social media. She went live on Instagram, perched in front of a mirror, filter cranked to glow, crying, "Ethan's so jealous, he cancelled our wedding over me grabbing drinks with an old friend." The internet went wild, some even tagged me, calling me toxic. I watched, nearly choking on laughter. Drinks? She thought I had no proof? I called Miles, my IT wizard. "Miles, let's have some fun with Jessica's Instagram." He chuckled, on it. 2 hours later, her account posted a confession, caught cozying up with Chad Thompson at Velvet Room. Engagement's toast, but at least I got drama for clout. #cheaters gonna cheat. It went viral in 30 minutes, costing her 6,000 followers. She called, screaming, "You hacked my Instagram? You're scum." I said, "Just helping your fans see the real you." She deleted it, but screenshots spread like wildfire. Mutual friends started calling. Some were hesitant. "Ethan, Jessica said you overreacted, true?" I sent the security stills with a note, "She slept with Chad. Judge for yourself." Most were shocked, some apologized for buying her story. She tried pinning vendor bills on me, telling the dress designer I owed for crushing her dreams. I emailed the designer the full story. She was livid. "Jessica tried to scam me? Don't worry, I'll handle her." The drama was heating up, and I was just getting started. I'm not the guy who gets revenge with fists or shouting. I play chess, and Jessica just walked into a checkmate. First, I targeted the 15 grand ring. She refused to return it, texting, "You gave it to me, it's mine." I shot back, "Gave it for an engagement, not for you to hook up with Chad." I emailed a warning, "Return the ring in 48 hours, or we're going to court." She called, voice shrill, "You're suing me over a ring? Cheapskate." I grinned, "Cheap? You betrayed me, I'm just taking back what you don't deserve." I prepped for small claims court, gathering evidence, camera stills, texts, emails. Meanwhile, Jessica played dirty. She contacted the caterer, photographer, venue, claiming I owed all costs for ditching the wedding. I called each one, sent proof of her cheating. The dress designer, a tough lady, was furious. "She told me to bill you? I'll sue her for fraud." The caterer dropped her contract, refusing refunds for her stunt. I sat back, sipping coffee. For kicks, I posted on X, dripping with sarcasm, "Engaged to an influencer, thought I'd hit the jackpot, but she got cozy with the PT. Cancelled the party, demanding the ring, and letting karma do its thing. #cheaters gonna cheat." It blew up, retweeted thousands of times. Netizens dubbed Jessica Queen of Self-Sabotage, while I got crowned King of Dodging Bullets. She texted, raging, "You ruined my life." I replied, "You did that when you picked Chad." Chad didn't skate free. His girlfriend, a fitness influencer, saw my post. She dumped him mid-gym, yelling, "You sleaze," hitting on an engaged girl. Chad lost his fancy PT gig, stuck working at a budget gym. Miles accidentally sent the security clip to Chad's ex, pouring gas on the fire. I didn't need to do much. The truth worked its magic. Jessica tried saving face, posting Velvet Room pics with friends, acting happy. But the internet smelled blood. A comment under her photo, "Stop playing innocent, sis." I didn't need more moves. Jessica was digging her own grave. Small claims court was the final play, and I was ready to end this game. The small claims hearing went down on a dreary, rainy day. I showed up early, armed with a folder thick as a textbook, camera stills, texts, emails, and my viral X post. Jessica walked in with her mom, Linda, both dressed in black like they were mourning her reputation. Jessica clutched her bag, playing fragile. When called, she put on a show. "Your Honor, the ring was a gift. Ethan canceled the wedding, hurt me." I nearly laughed. Hurt? I handed over my evidence, saying simply, "She slept with her ex before our engagement party. The ring was conditional. She didn't meet the condition." The judge reviewed, nodded, "Ms. Hayes, this court deals in facts, not feelings. You broke the commitment, so return the ring or pay $15,000. Jessica's jaw dropped. Linda whispered, "You destroyed her." I said, "No, she did that herself." Jessica had to return the ring, plus cover legal fees. She left the courtroom, face red as a tomato, silent. Post-trial, Jessica's world crumbled. Vendors chased her for debts after she tried pinning bills on me. The dress designer sent a legal threat for her fraudulent behavior. A local charity board kicked her out after my friend Amber spilled the truth. Jessica's Instagram tanked to 25K followers. Brands dropped her. She posted teary stories, but got mocked. Nice acting, no Oscar though. She wasn't fully cancelled, but her glow was gone. Chad faded too. Dumped by his girlfriend, he lost his PT job and was last seen delivering packages. I didn't care. I was busy hitting bars with Miles, drinking beers, laughing like college kids. My apartment felt lighter, no more Jessica's yelling. I didn't need to ruin her. The truth did that. And the feeling? Better than any velvet room cocktail. 3 months later, I'm at my window, watching Seattle's rain, sipping coffee. No drama, no Jessica. Just me, at peace. I started running, learned to cook, and hung out with friends I'd neglected for her. Life's not just okay, it's better than ever. Jessica sent a long email, half apologizing, half blaming, begging me to call it a misunderstanding. I didn't reply, trashed it. She chose Chad, chose lies, and now she's paying. Her Instagram's down to 20K followers, and word is she sold her wedding dress to cover debts. Karma didn't need my help. I tried dating apps but I'm not rushing. Post Jessica, I'm not chasing love. I'm after truth, character, someone who doesn't live for likes. One night, a text from an unknown number, I still love you. Jessica. I deleted it. She broke trust, and I don't do second chances. I worked with a therapist, not because I was broken, but to know myself better. I learned to forgive myself for being blind. I told my buddies the story, they laughed. Ethan, you're a legend. I shrugged. I don't need medals. I need freedom. And I've got it. Jessica can keep her drama, but I'm out. This freedom? It's better than love. Ethan Carter's story reflects real issues in today's U.S. society, particularly the impact of social media and dishonesty in relationships. Ethan, a Seattle tech engineer, was betrayed by Jessica, an influencer, who cheated with Chad before their engagement party. Jessica's reliance on Instagram, crafting a perfect but fake image, highlights the pressure to maintain a personal brand in modern American culture, often leading to insincerity. Ethan uncovering the truth via an X message and TikTok video underscores technology's role in exposing reality, but also warns of how social media can amplify drama, as seen when Ethan's post went viral. His decision to cancel the wedding, reclaim the $15,000 ring through court, and use evidence to expose Jessica shows the importance of standing up for oneself in a society where truth is easily distorted. Ethan's recovery, running, therapy, and focusing on himself, mirrors American values of individualism and resilience, where reinventing oneself is celebrated. The biggest lesson is, prioritize self-respect and honesty, whether in love or life. Don't let appearances or social media deceive you, as Ethan learned from Jessica. Set clear boundaries, use evidence to protect yourself, and trust that karma will do its work, as Jessica self-destructed her reputation. Subscribe to the channel to catch more real-life drama like Ethan's. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.